Hey bees, what's poppin'? It's me, coming back at you with another Lit Good Squad fam story time, fun time, good jazz, good kush. So for those of you who know me personally, you know that Kay is not my legal name. At least not yet it isn't. My legal name is actually Laurel, which in my opinion, it just doesn't fit me. It fits other people, it's a fine name, but I've had my problems with it over the years. Considering you always get the worst nicknames out of it, half of the people think your name is Laura or Lauren, and no substitute teacher can ever pronounce it for some reason. Even considering the fact that most people spell it L-O-R-A-L. So needless to say, over the years I've gotten pretty fed up with the name. Laurel always represented this cutesy young small girl, sounds like a 6-year-old child. So Laurel just kind of sounds like the name you give a 6-year-old kid, and frankly, when it's constantly pronounced wrong, and you get the worst nicknames, the worst names, you grow to kinda hate it. So at some point around the 6th grade, I was growing fed up with my name. And right around that same time, I joined Wattpad, where I started writing Sherlock X-Reader fanfiction. Now one of the features on Wattpad is that you could change your name. Now I'm not talking like username, it displayed your username and your name. And so my thing is that I would continuously switch my last name. I would have it as Holmes after Sherlock. I would have it as Howell after Dan Howell. I may have even had it as Lester at some point. I remember it being Holmes Watson at one point. It may have even been Winchester at one point. I was fandom trash as a 6th grader. I want to repress that, but I can't. But then I started to experiment further with changing my first name. I went from Laurel to Castiel and eventually over to Cass, and I really liked having a shorter name like that. Now around this same time in 6th grade, besides getting into Wattpad, I got into an animated show called Gravity Falls. I got super into this show, and so constantly I was going on YouTube looking for cool Gravity Falls theories and stuff like that, and eventually I stumbled across a channel called Knitting Giant Beanies. Now this channel's name has now changed to Penny Parker, but back then Knitting Giant Beanies was run by a guy named Jordan, and he did Bill Cipher impersonation videos. And so I fell in love with this channel. Oh my lordy. But little did I know that this channel would lead me off somewhere completely else. And that channel was called Spagoots. Now, of this recording date, Spagoots still only has 5.4k subscribers. But back then, they had way less than that. And it was 4 friends. It was Jordan back then from Knitting Giant Beanies, and 3 other people named Kay, Ryan, and Ava. And together, they had done a Let's Play series about this Gravity Falls fan game. But those videos are what got me introduced to this channel. And back then, when it was Jordan, Kay, Ryan, and Ava, the fan base was pretty small, but it was a really homey, family type fan base. So back then, I was also really active on Tumblr. I followed Spagoots on Tumblr, and one day I saw that they had reblogged a post saying that there was a fan group chat that was being started on Kik. I joined the group chat, I met some great people, and basically all we would talk about was Spagoots, talk about our favorite Spagoots videos and stuff like that. And so needless to say, I fell in love with that channel. I had seen every single video on the channel, probably multiple times. Now the channel has changed a lot since then, but I'll get back to that later. For right now I'm gonna talk about the group chat. So in this group chat, I don't know how it came up, but I just remember one day someone asking, if you were one of the members of Spagoots, who would you be? And I was like, well, Ava is more soft honest and pure. Same with Jordan. Ryan is more nerdy and cool, and I'm not that cool. And in 6th grade, I was a little bit of an edgelord. So I was like, you know what? Sarcastic, witty, charming. If I was a Spagoot, I would be Kay. And Kay back then spelled her name K-A-Y. So, several months later, I really don't remember the timetable quite exactly, I started switching my name on some of my profiles to Kay. And it just kind of stuck. I really liked it. The people in the group chat started calling me Kay, and it just made me feel good. It made me feel better about myself and who I was. Online, I didn't have to be Laurel the weirdo, the 6-year-old, you know, I could be Kay. And so my name eventually switched to that. So eventually I sort of fell out of Spagoots. I fell out of the group chat. I never officially left, it's just it kind of became dormant, so I deleted Kik. And the channel kind of died for a while. They didn't upload anything, but both Ryan and Jordan, who her name is now Penny, they still kept on their own separate channels, so I still kind of kept in touch with all that. But Kay still stuck with me in the real world. Kay is in me. When I started branching out and making new friends in 8th grade, we all kind of called each other by our nicknames. And so I was like, my name's Kay. There you go. There you have it. But it wasn't until this year, freshman year of high school, that I actually got confident enough to start talking to people that I had known longer and being like, hey, I actually would feel a bit better if you called me this. And now even my parents call me Kay sometimes. It's really nice. All my teachers call me Kay. I'm able to write Kay on all of my assignments. Now, being completely honest, I am not like Kay in any way. Kay, by the way, they now go as K, just the letter K. Recently, I've started getting back into Spagoots again. They do a D&D podcast called Spagoots Realms. It's amazing. You should check it out. I'm in a Discord server, actually, for Ava and for Spagoots Realms, and so one night there was a Q&A on, and Kay was there, so I was like, hey Kay, not really a question, I just want to let you know that I really loved you on Spagoots back in the day, and so I low-key, high-key named myself after you. So yeah, Kay and I are really not that much alike. It was just, I don't really know. So me, Kay, and that Kay are very different, but they inspired me to change my name. So I highly recommend you check out Spagoots Realms. Penny, Ryan, Ava, and Kay are amazing. So like I said, I don't still go by Kay because of that Kay. Kay has just become who I am, and I feel more comfortable that way, if that makes sense. I know this video is already really long, thank you for watching, but just one quick announcement. I now have a Discord server. You can join, invite your friends, anyone can join. It's a free place. We talk about absolutely everything there, so that link will be down in the description. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Yeah, so that's why. Bye.